Okay, let's go on. Okay, on friends of Chaverim. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. This is found in Kohelet or Ecclesiastics 4:10. Okay? How to look at the Olam Haseh or world. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this Olam Haseh, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what Yahweh's will is, his good pleasure and perfect will. Romans Kehillah, Rome 12:2, New International Version. Okay, let's see what it says here. It says here, I'm going to read this. A remarkable woman in the Torah or the scriptures. Okay, at Joppa there was a certain disciple named Tabitha, which is translated Dorcas. This woman was full of good works and charitable deeds or mitzvahs which she did, but it happened in those days that she became sick and died. When they had washed her, they laid her in an upper room. Okay, when they wash her, they use eggs to wash her too. Okay, they did the Jewish ritual that they do. Okay, and look it up. And since Leda was nigh Joppa, and the disciples of Talmudim had heard that Peter or Kepha was there, they sent 2 men to him, imploring him not to delay in coming to them. Then Kepha rose and went with them. When he had come, they brought him to the upper room, and all the widow stood by him weeping, showing the tunics and garments which Dorcas had made while she was with them. And this is Acts of Geborot 9:36-39, New King James Version. Okay, all right. I mean, you know, my mother was a little talented. She knitted a little, but she knitted a little. She didn't like washing dishes. I don't either, but I have to wash them. She just a lot of things she liked doing, but one thing she loved was paperwork. I don't think she'd be able to do it anymore, but she taught me how to do paperwork, and I know how to do it. But if you come to me with a deceiving tongue, thinking that I'm going to help you, knowing that you're greedy and you're too cheap to spend money and feed your children or feed people in your house or give to the poor, I won't help you. I'll tell you to get lost. I hope you don't think I sound cruel, but don't try to con me. Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes. It's not going to work. I study how people can lie to you. I used to be a security guard, and I did a lot of study and a lot of listening to my superiors. You understand me? How to overcome problems. Do not be overcome by Ra or evil, but overcome Ra with good. Romans or Kehillah in Rome 12:21, New American Standard Bible. There you go. Do good. Do a mitzvot. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your koach to do it. Mishle or Proverbs 3:27, New Revised Standard Version. Okay. Okay, when I mentioned the Torah, I'm talking about the Tanakh. When I mentioned the New Covenant, I'm talking about either you want to call it the Septuagint or the New Covenant, okay? That's the New Covenant that Yeshua didn't write it, but the thing is that Yeshua did a lot of mitzvot according to the Tanakh, And from the mitzvot, from Matityahu to Shaul, to all the books that Shaul wrote, to the books that Yohanan wrote, um, from Matthew to, let's see, to Shaul's books, from Jude, Yehuda to Yohanan, John's revelations, the visions that he saw, okay, for the future. It's not something that already happened, okay? Something's going to happen. Everything is written in the scriptures is going to come to pass. You don't believe it? So that's not my problem. On devotion to others, be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Be achims to each other in achava. Honor one another above yourselves. This is found in Romans, okay, here on Rome 12:10, New International Version. I just say Romaim. My nephew says I gotta stop saying that. So it's up to me if I want to stop saying it or not. But I'm going to listen. Take a heed of advice, so I don't have to regret it later on. He goes, a woman of Yohewalhe blessed. Okay, listen to this. So Boaz took Ruth, or Root. Okay, you got Ruth, R-U-T, or R-U-T-H, or R-O-O-T. And she became his wife, and he went into her, and they knew each other, and the Adon enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a Ben, that means son. Then the woman said to Naomi, her mother-in-law, blessed is Adon who has not left you without a redeemer today. Okay? And may his name become famous in Israel. Israel, okay? This was in Yeshua HaMashiach, okay? May he also be to you a restorer of life, there you go, and a sustainer of your old age. That means to take care of her. For your mother-in-law, who has a hava for you and is better to you than 7 Bens, has given birth to him. And then Naomi took the child and laid him in her lap and became his nurse. Okay, you understand me? Mother-in-laws, mothers, grandmothers, aunts, you become the nurse of your grandchildren. Don't just leave them laying there. Don't you say you was born the wrong child, you're ugly, I don't like you, I don't like the color of your skin. If you can't take care of that child, you can't help to take care of the child, leave her be. Move on with your life. And the neighbor women gave him a name, saying, a son or a Ben has been born to Naomi. So they named him Obed. Okay? Obed. He is the avot of Jesse, or Jesse, the avot of David. You want to call him David? Okay. Or David, or David. Okay, this is found in Ruth 4:13-17, New American Standard Bible. Okay, on our source of a neg or joy, a glad heart makes a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of heart, the ruach is broken. Proverbs, Mishle or Proverbs 15:13, New Revised Standard Version. I'm sorry, New Revised Standard Version. Okay. Okay, let's see how to look at your work. I know that nothing is better for them than to rejoice and to do good in their lives, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is a gift of Yohewavhe. Kohelet, Ecclesiastes 3:12-13. New King James Version, okay? When it says this, where you can eat and drink and enjoy the good life of your labor, doesn't mean you can eat whatever you want and drink whatever you want and get drunk with wine, okay? And you say, well, but Yeshua turned the water into wine, but it's not the same wine that you guys drink. Okay? Not the same wine. Your wine is mixed with corruption, and the wine that Yeshua um, mixed, made in the water by miracle is not the same thing. Okay? On troubles. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, or through the shadow of your neighborhood, I fear no ra or evil, for thou art with me. Psalm or Tehillim or Psalm, how you want to say it, 23:4, the American Standard Bible. Okay? On all those impossible things of life. Verily I say unto you, if ye have emunah as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto these mountains, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible to you. Matthew or Matthew 17:20. Okay? And you can tell any mountain, whatever's in your way, whatever's serving as a stumbling block in your way, you tell it, thou shalt move in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, and it shall be moved. It shall be moved out of the way. Doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if there's a person, a place, a thing, a materialistic thing, or whatever money, if it's corrupt, if it's counterfeit, it'll be moved out of your way. Out of your way, okay? It'll be moved out of your way. Okay, let's go on. On emunah. Without emunah, it is impossible to please Yehovah, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. Okay, this is found in Hebrew, Ivrim, Yehudim, let me see, Messianic Jews 11:6, New International Version. Okay, Yehovah is called to those in trouble. Listen to me. It says Christians say that they don't that Yehovah don't hear you because you're not a Christian. That's not biblical. It says he call upon me, says Yehovah, in the day of troubles. Okay, I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me. Psalm Tehillim, chapter 50, verse 17, New King James Version. Some people say, well, anybody dies and it's not a Christian, they're going straight to the pits of hell. That's not biblical. The pits of hell is not biblical. I don't care what you say, what you heard, it's not biblical. You're too lazy, you won't study, you won't look it up. The covenant, the old covenant, so don't talk about hell. The new covenant does. They desecrated the new covenant. They did. They desecrated the new covenant. They mocked Yeshua HaMashiach, and they said that he is called Christ, and from Christ came Christians. That's not biblical. Okay, that's a Greek name, and that's a Greek Greek religious beliefs and their Greek philosophies and their Gregorian calendars. Okay. Not preaching hate. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't care if you think it sounds like hate. I'm telling you the truth. The truth will set you free. Will make you free. Where to take your burdens. Cast your burdens on Adon, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous or the tzaddik to be moved. This is in Tehillim or Psalm 55:22, New Revised Standard Version. Okay, I don't care what kind of modern day Bible you have. You better have all the verses, all the chapters. If it doesn't, you might as well just give it back to whoever gave it to you or get your money back. I don't care if you found it in the trash. Put it back where you found it.